Welcome to the video, guys. I know this video today is very different from what I usually make, but that's the whole point of it. Today I am taking you with me to go to my serving job. I don't know why I said that so weird. I was just like having a brain fart, but yeah, I feel like there's so much that goes on at a serving job. Also, like, a lot of times when I'm not vlogging or anything, I'm working, so I'm like, might as well bring y'all with me, you know, keep the content going, and also just so you can see what we go through as servers. I feel like it's going to be an interesting video. I'm going to try to get in as much as I can, but you know, I gotta watch out for the managers. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys like my tips. Is what we're going to be recording today. It's going to be about tips. It's going to be about story times, because every table has a story time, or at least almost every table. There's always something that's gonna go down at the tables, and then just like the overall reality of it all, of what a servers go through. So I'm excited for this video, guys. It is currently 3:09. I go to work at 4. I usually end up leaving my house at 3:30. It's not like 30 minutes away or anything, but it's just I like to be early at all times. That's just how I am with any job. So yeah, we have like 21 minutes. We gotta head out. So in the meantime, I'm gonna make myself some breakfast so I don't have to spend money at my job. And then I probably will end up spending money at my job anyways, because I'm gonna be closing tonight. So I'm gonna be there for a good minute. I'm also like in my health and fitness journey, trying to eat better, trying to do better, trying to weight. So let's go do that. This is what we're gonna have today. I don't know if these are healthy oats, but this is what we're doing. Okay. Usually I'd probably do this for like strawberries and bananas or something, but since we don't have that, I'm just stuck with the pack. I'm gonna do 2 just so I can be fueled up for at least a decent amount of hours at work. So yeah. Perfect. Look at that. A bunch of pens, my checkbook, oh shoot, my checkbook, hand sanitizer, scrunchie. Okay, let's go. What? You know the holder that was there?
Yeah, I put it right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's for my camera when I vlog.
Yeah, I know. My wife was blocking my face. Driving.
Yeah.
Because of
The key to make your apron stay on all day is tie it in the back, and then you go under like this.
Hey,
Okay, good.
Ew, it's disgusting out
I
there.
know. Freaking burning up.
Doesn't even make you, hello? Doesn't even make you wanna, walk outside. My God, and it took my car forever to start blowing cold air. Oh, God, it was the worst.
Yeah. This pens go in here and in here. I usually have them like this and like this, so I could just pull it out. There we go. This goes in the middle. Chop. Here. There we go. Alright. Time to go to work. first table wants to pay, so I'm gonna print out their check and we're gonna see how much they are willing to tip me. Alright, print out. Oh gosh, this printer takes freaking forever. So their total due is $34.44, and the 20% tip is $6.89. So we're gonna see if they do that or more or less. Alright. So my first table that I had already paid, the one I was saying was ready to pay, they did end up tipping me less than 18%. So $6. There's that. And then my second table did.
Someone left a carton of chocolate milk out back.
Just out in the open. Okay, before I was interrupted. My second table, their check was $53.50 and they tipped me $9.65, which was 22%. So there's good and bad here, y'all. There's good and bad. But I do have currently 2 tables. So, and I might get sat again. I think it's my turn to be sat. So whoever walks in, I'll have 3 tables.
You can see 7 different shades, I think.
I'll be right with you guys in a second. Oh, just fucking forget it.
You know what? Somebody's little boy had candy here the other night.
It was probably his. It just got stuck on my fingernail.
Oh, I had to work out before.
Ew.
I had to close.
Girl,
I didn't know what day it was. I didn't know what week it was.
Why didn't you just take off?
Because I didn't know what week it was.
I took mine off 4 months ago.
they're gonna have 8 servers on.
I know, but I'm supposed to be like,
I was gonna
everybody
say,
else did. So
if anybody that's off, they can come to my house because it literally does it in front of my house.
Really?
Yeah, so
Damn.
there'll be like 20, 30 cars in front of my house trying to find a spot, and we could just be in my driveway. That's what we do, so. Tips have not been looking great, y'all. So guys, I'm trying not to crash out. Literally trying not to crash out. So story time in the bathroom. I had a table. Also, it's a few hours later from the last time I recorded. We got real busy and I got hit like 8 tables, which is fine, you know, money is money, so there we go. So I had a table of 5 people that were sat, and they got a lot of food and a lot of drinks. Their stuff came up to over $100. It was like 120 something. And then so they paid on the kiosk that we had, which is like a mini kiosk screen, and they ended up paying separately. So they did 4 separate checks, and they all gave me $1 tip each. So the total on their $120 something check came to my $4 tip. Yeah, so not even anywhere near 20%, nowhere near 18%. And I'm just really like kind of annoyed. So yeah. Also this video might be a little dusty because I'm doing it on my iPhone. My camera's a little too big to carry around through the restaurant, and yeah, it's also really freaking hot. Got my shirt all dirty. I do think I've made over $100 already, so I'm hoping that's a good thing. I'm hoping. We're gonna count it tonight. It is currently, I think, 10 something, so we close at 12, so hopefully these last hours go by really fast, but I'm just a bit irritated and ready to go home. But yeah, just want to notify you guys, let you know, update you guys on what's going on. And yeah, this is the life of being a server. This is what some days are gonna look like, and yeah. So let me get back to work before they start asking where I'm at. it's the end of the night, we're empty. I tried saving all of the tables that I had, so we're gonna count how many tables I had today with all my checks and receipts. So this is my checkout.
Thank you. Come again.
What? Oh my god, I have to take one. Oh wow, that's yours. Bye, every night. Yes, yeah. Just aware. Yeah. 26 tables. I was counting how many tables I had today. Now we're gonna see how much I made from those tables. Made about 168 on card. Oh, 174 on cash. So it's 100. I got a lot of 20s. I already did. I did. I just didn't sweep it. I was trying to get my check out of the way. 100. 120, 40, 160, 170, 174. I made 168.
I get y'all that enough, but I won't give y'all tomorrow. What do you need? Isn't that good?
Yep, all good. I mean, I got here at 4. And then about like 50 in cash. Or 60. Let's see how much in cash. 20, 40, 60. 1, 2, 3. So I made 168 on card, 63 in cash. So that's $231. $231. And I was here for how long? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 hours. 8 divided by 238 divided by 8. So that was about $28 an hour. Not bad, not bad. For a Thursday night. And look at all this. This is all the tables that I had. Time to move it. Trash. All trash. She was being helpful, so.
She was being helpful.
Cause she was also like running our stuff.
Yes.
So like at that point, but I just don't understand why they don't make
I
it.
don't mind paying Seth either because he was being helpful.
Oh yeah, yeah, love him. He came up to me. He was like, people just keep coming. They don't stop coming.
He goes, everybody wants a booth, so I have them there and there. And I said, he's okay. Seth.
I was like, I know, trust me.
Okay.
I don't want them to come in either.
I said, do you want me to catch the bus? And he goes, no, I got my car.
Yeah, he got a car now. I said, look at you. Yes.
I said, good God.
Yes. I feel like we didn't have like a crazy rush. Like there wasn't food holding for too long.
No.
It didn't get messy. We didn't have to go on a wait. I feel like we all handled it very well.
Yeah. Do you have any mess ups? Yeah,
I didn't have not one mess up.
I had one comp because the steak was overcooked, but it wasn't. She just.
I had one guy change his mind after I already.
Yeah, like, he came up to me
But
to
you
tell
didn't have.
you.
There were no kitchen errors.
No kitchen errors either. And I just had like 2 people want to change like their drink or something.
Yeah.
Like right after I rung it in, which is fine. But
One
like,
person not like the Dollarita, which like is fine.
yeah.
Like Thursdays
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
are
Thursday
usually
shocked
good.
me. Yeah.
Thursdays are usually good.
I usually don't work Thursdays.
That's why I would rather close Thursdays. I'll close Thursdays and not Fridays because I'd make better money on Thursdays.
For real?
Yeah. That's not chanting. I thought you were like.
Yeah, then like, I'm like, I ain't never seen that in my life.
I was like, can you please?
That is not what I believe in.
Hand-holded circle.
Hello guys, this is day 2. I look a little crazy because I'm getting ready for work right now. I did oversleep because when I got home at like 12:30 a.m., 1 a.m., I just couldn't sleep. I don't know why I couldn't, but I just couldn't. So I ended up going to sleep at like 4 something a.m., almost like 5. So yeah, it's currently 2:57 right now, and I gotta leave at 3:30, so I have a few minutes before I gotta go. But we're gonna get ready, and I also want to talk about what happened yesterday night. My hair looks crazy. I realized I didn't really explain how the whole process worked yesterday because we were a bit busy and I was like running back and forth. I was kind of just dragging y'all along with me, like ringing in orders and like printing out checks, like that kind of stuff. But I didn't even show you guys the downside of how many tables last night ended up tipping me $0 or like way below 18%, which really sucks. But that's kind of the reality of serving sometimes. So I did make good money last night, especially for a Thursday. I wasn't expecting it to be so busy because I usually only work weekends. But yeah, today's Friday, so we'll see how today plays out. But I forgot to mention that yes, I made good money, but I don't keep all that money. The only thing I really get to keep is my cash. So as servers, we have to tip out, well, where I work at anyways, we have to tip out to our bartender, and our bartender takes about 10% of all the tips that we make, card tips. And then we have to tip out to the host, which takes like 1.5%, I think, or 2%. And then when you have multiple hosts a night, that like adds up. It can add up to almost like 15% of our tips being taken out to the bartender and to the host. So kind of really sucks. So though I made good money last night, I'm probably only gonna see like a little bit over half of that in reality, which can really be annoying. It's 3 o'clock. Anyways, that can be really annoying when you work so hard and then you see this money and you don't even get to keep all the money. Bartenders, they don't have to tip out to absolutely anybody. They get to keep all their tips and they make our tips as well. Hosts also don't have to tip out to anybody, obviously. They make minimum wage and our tips. So, and we're the only ones making $2 an hour and getting our tips taken out. So yeah, it can be really, really annoying. There are days when I just want to like walk out and never come back in, but I have, responsibilities and stuff, and I have to be an adult, so can't do that. But yeah, like there's a freaking fly in my room. This is the part of summer that I freaking hate. We get so many flies, I don't know why. But yeah, there's like pros and cons to being a server. Like you can make bank, but you gotta hustle. You have to hustle your butt off. You have to put on this fake smile to tables that treat you like crap. And when they treat you like crap, they end up usually tipping like crap, and you just have to accept it. There's nothing you could do about it at that point. And then when you do make good money, you don't get to keep all that money because you have to tip out that money. And yeah, there's just a lot of ups and downs to it all. So yeah, if you guys are ever thinking of being a server, just prepare for that. Like the reality of it all. And also just be strong. Like you have to have thick skin doing this kind of job because you're gonna deal with the messiest people, the rudest people, and then sometimes you're gonna meet one of the nicest people. But yeah, you just gotta have thick skin for real. Also, like, just because I'm saying you gotta have thick skin, you're gonna deal with a lot of stuff, doesn't mean to not stand up for yourself either. Like there are gonna be people that are gonna try to disrespect you, are gonna try to harass you, especially as a woman in this field. And you have the right to stick up for yourself. You have the right to stand your ground and be like, that's unacceptable, don't do that again. If they make you feel uncomfortable or anything. I've been harassed a couple times at my job. I've been, proposed to by some guys. Like they've asked me to marry them, which is kind of gross. And so many other things that I won't get into, but yeah, like stand your ground. I've had some racist customers that will tip me and lie and say that I was treating them horribly just because, I am who I am. And then statistics will show, like proof around me will show that I was not. I was actually really good to them. And they just lied because they're racist. Like, that's the reality of serving sometimes, especially as an Afro-Latina. So yeah, but guys, I'm gonna figure out what to do with my hair. It's getting a little crazy. I don't know if I want to go to work like this again, but low-key I don't want to do too much with it because I'm just lazy. So we're gonna see what I do with this, but I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, like, last night was fun, it was cool, but I also want you guys to know the facts and understand the reality of what we go through as well. But it's not all bad things to this as well. Like, there's obviously a lot of good things. Like, you get a lot of cash tips that you don't gotta put taxes on and everything like that. Or you meet a lot of good people. Like, I've met a lot of good friends here. Yeah, so there's just like, it's all about your own experience, but I just wanted to talk about the main things that most servers do go through. And yeah, that's about all for now. So let me get ready, and yeah, I'll catch y'all either at work or while I'm getting ready. We'll see.
Sure. No, they had an option for the ribs, like pork or beef or chicken.
We got mozzarella sticks, half ribs, barbecue. She wants mashed potatoes with that, and then she wants a side house salad. So I have been cut early, so I owe $36.39, and I made $42.20. I've only been here for 3 hours, so $36.39. I made $5 in cash. So in total, I made $47.20. And I've been here for 3 hours. $47.20 divided by 3. I'm gonna put that right here, whatever that is. Let's see how many tables I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 tables. I made 47. How much did I say? $47.20. So it's approximately $15 an hour, which isn't that great compared to yesterday, but it is what it is. So then I take all my receipts and I scan them on Fetch Rewards. Today was pretty decent. Every table I had wasn't too bad. They all tipped okay. I didn't have any 0 tips on the table, so it is what it is. Alright guys, I'm back home. I only worked from 4 to literally like 6:40, literally. So I know earlier when I was counting my tips and stuff, I said like within 3 hours, but low-key it was less than 3 hours. So I guess it wasn't horrible for how slow we were, but still it's not what I wanted to make. And also I didn't want to be cut so fast, so there's that. But that's the reality of being a server. You don't have a time that you leave, a time that you stay. It's just you come in this certain time and then you get cut whenever. So there was that. The reason I did 2 days was because I wanted to get at least enough content in for you guys, but I didn't even really record today because, you know, we had some important people in the building and I didn't want like my camera just sticking around and them looking at me crazy. So there's that, but also because it was not too different from what I did yesterday, and I'm not just gonna repeat the same content. So then I was like, okay, but I hope you guys could just see a little bit of how it is being a server and stuff, you know, story times, counting tips, and how tables were, and just how it all works. Sorry, I'm getting my Jolly Rancher. I don't work tomorrow or anything, so I only worked these 2 days because I took off for vacation. So that's also why I only recorded 2 days, because I'm not working. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, just let me know. Like, I don't mind doing more content like this. I also have another job that I work. This isn't my only job because, you know, I'm in school, so, you know, I gotta get that money, and I'm bougie. But besides that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, Tell me what else you want to see on this channel. Tell me how you felt about this video specifically. Anyways, I'm talking my head off. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. And I will see you in my next video, which is coming out soon. Bye.